Welcome to the John and Heidi Show podcast.
John and Heidi.
Here's John and Heidi.
Today is a special day, Heidi. Do you know what today is?
What is today, John?
I thought you would never ask. It is Friday, the 3rd day of April. Today is National Chocolate Mousse Day. It's also National Film Score Day. I know somebody who does film scores. Our friend Linwood Bell.
Oh, yeah.
And he studied under, I don't remember who it was, but somebody that's very well known for doing film scores.
Okay.
Somebody else. Anyway, it's also National Find a Rainbow Day. Oh, it's National Tweed Day. Okay. And it's World Party Day. But it's going to be party at home.
Party of one.
By yourself in a reasonable distance from others day. What is going to be today. Also, I got a guest joining me. You think what we're going through right now is not fun? Imagine Pompeii. That was a really bad deal. There's a program on Curiosity Stream by Steve Burns. He's an award-winning director and producer and does all kinds of cool shows, documentaries. He's got Pompeii, Disaster Street. It's available now for on-demand streaming on Curiosity Stream. We're going to chat with him all about that program in a bit.
If you grew up in the 70s, 80s, and 90s, you should consider joining us for this amazing vacation.
My wife and I have been to this event the last 3 years, and we've had a blast.
Join us at the Sands.
Hear amazing music from Billy Idol,
Cheap Trick,
Belinda Carlisle,
Little River Band,
The Hooters,
Tesla,
Howard Jones,
and many more.
Plus, meet awesome stars from movies and TV.
It's the best week ever.
Learn more right now at thesands.rocks.
That's thesands.rocks.
Now, surveys and studies and such brought to you by BetterCreditCards.com. A survey found that coronavirus lockdowns have led to a surge in phone calls, with more people making them as opposed to texting. So there are people that are, instead of sending a text message, you're like, I just want to talk to a person. I just want to hear a voice. I haven't seen people in a while.
Yeah, that's still not me. I
know,
do not want to talk on the
You got me, baby. That's why.
Yeah, and I listen to you talk all
I know.
the time.
She's so frustrated. She's like, that could have been a 2-minute conversation. Yeah. I'm like, I know, but I got 20 minutes out of that.
Oh, so
Thanks for listening to surveys and studies and such, brought to you by BetterCreditCards.com.
Not all credit cards are created equally. Some cards have higher rates, some have annual fees, some are just not very good. Often people will sign up for these because that's all they qualify for. But if you've done that, it may be time to get a better credit card. Over time, your situation can change. Then you could qualify for a better credit card, one that offers you a better rate, or one that offers miles, points, cash back, or whatever is the best fit for you. Check it out for free at BetterCreditCards.com. That's BetterCreditCards.com.
This is your Brain on Drugs, brought to you by TimeForRehab.com. The Polk County Sheriff's Office has arrested a man for multiple drug charges and fleeing to elude after failing to stop at an intersection. According to the affidavit, 59-year-old Jerry Sanders from Florida allegedly failed to stop at an intersection. A deputy in a patrol car put on his lights and initiated a traffic stop. The sedan allegedly attempted to flee, but shortly swerved off the road. In the affidavit, they said they noticed a partially smoked marijuana joint and rolled up dollar bills in the center console. He was taken into custody, escorted out of the car. He was totally naked.
Oh.
And had a string wrapped around his body. I don't know where.
Okay.
Don't even know if I want to know.
Maybe
Also
it was
found,
to remind him not to forget his clothes.
As I read further, it tells me where else he had string tied to, and I'm not reading it on the radio. They asked him, why did you try to flee? And he said, because I was naked. Okay. This could have been our weird news. What a weird story. That is apparently what happens when your brain is on drugs.
John and Heidi.
Now, big screen, little screen, brought to you by ChannelSurferTV.com. Over 10 million people watched Elton John as he hosted a benefit concert on Fox last weekend. We did not see that. I did actually see the story. And what were we doing last Friday?
Watching Elton John.
I think I was watching Tiger King.
Probably.
I'm pretty sure. Oh, no. That was when Ozark came out.
Oh, yeah, we were watching Ozark.
Season 3.
Yeah, we made the right decision.
We are already done with that, by the way. And if you haven't seen it yet, wow. I can't tell you what happens because I don't want to ruin it.
The end is just, my gosh.
Bachelor, the TV show, Bachelor alum Ben Higgins got engaged to his longtime girlfriend, Jessica Clark, on Saturday.
Okay.
You're so rude. You're not going to clap for him?
I don't watch that stuff.
You don't have to watch it to still be happy that somebody got engaged. Don't you want everyone to be as happy as us, Heidi?
Oh, yes. The world would
So,
be magical.
Let's try it together now. Bachelor alum Ben and Jessica. There you go. This has been Big Screen, Little Screen on the John and Heidi Show.
Drinking too much can ruin your life. Alcohol and drug issues can cause problems at work, at home, and pretty much everywhere. If substance abuse has taken over your life and you want to quit, there is help. TimeForRehab.com could be the first step in the right direction for you. TimeForRehab.com would love to help you find a new life beyond addiction. Your insurance company may even cover the cost to help make this happen. You can learn more now at TimeForRehab.com. That's TimeForRehab.com.
Now your scoop of the day. It comes your way, courtesy of InsuranceChicken.com. I keep pointing at Heidi because she's supposed to cluck.
I'm not
That was right
clucking.
in the contract there. You're supposed to cluck every time I say
have
that.
no contract.
Oh, that's right. You don't. She wouldn't sign the contract. Bob Dylan released a 17-minute song about the JFK assassination. This happened,
Really?
Yeah, last Friday. What? Why? What?
Okay.
Bob, you know that happened in the 60s, right?
I don't think he has
Did he
any
just-
concept of...
Did he just get around to doing that? I don't quite understand. There's so many other things that happened. I'm not saying that wasn't a big deal. It was, but a lot of things that have happened.
17-minute song.
Yeah, 17-minute song about the JFK assassination.
Okay.
So I have to take a listen and see what he had to say.
I'm not gonna...
When he sings, he kind of does that. I don't know why I'm doing that. Hey, a royal footman who is in regular contact with the Queen tested positive for COVID-19. People are worried about the Queen. She's 93.
What's a footman?
I was just going to ask you that because you've been there. Weren't you at the palace with the Queen?
Not with the... No,
Well, you were there,
she and I
though.
did not dine together
there?
or anything. I was at one of the...
Which one were you at?
Windsor.
Windsor Castle? Did you see any footmen while you were there?
I don't know what a footman is. If
I'm
it's the
assuming-
the guys in the red uniforms with the fuzzy hat,
Oh,
then
maybe
yes.
that's what it is. I was thinking it was somebody that gave her, like, pedicure.
I don't know.
What do? I'm a royal footman. I'm not even a non-royal footman. I don't even know what it means, so I guess I'm going to have to Google that too. While we're in England, let's talk about Prince Charles. He is continuing to self-isolate after testing positive for coronavirus. So kind of wonder if maybe him and the footman were hanging out together, and that's what happened there.
Probably.
Yeah, maybe he was giving him a pedicure as well. I don't know how that works. Kanye West has a mansion in Wyoming. It includes plans for, I've never heard of this before, but a urine garden. So it's a garden that supposedly converts human waste into plant food. So at his Wyoming mansion, he's got this urine garden where I don't know if like the sewage system runs to that or if you just go out and urinate in the garden. I don't know. It's a funny look you're giving me right now. I'm just reading the story, Heidi. I didn't make this up.
Imagine how that smells.
Probably not great. A New Hampshire man
So
has
it grows plants or plant food?
It says it converts it into plant food, but I'm assuming the plants would grow there. So I don't know.
What kind of plants?
Don't. Would you just? Well, considering that it's Kanye West, who knows? No more from you. A New Hampshire man has been accused of grabbing a sword and chasing after another man who asked him to turn down his music. A man knocked on a door of Benjamin Leyland's home Monday. He reportedly became upset, grabbed a 2.5-foot sword. He allegedly chased the man down a hall. The man got away, and there were no injuries. What in the world? Dude, don't do that. That's a bad idea. I mean, there's a lot of other ways you could have responded. That was the wrong way. Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show.
Introducing InsuranceChicken.com. Why InsuranceChicken.com? Why not? Another insurance company has a duck, one has an emu, and that other company has a lizard. So InsuranceChicken.com is no more silly than any of those. Is it time for you to cross the road for your insurance? Don't be chicken. Check out InsuranceChicken.com. We'll help you peck out the best insurance rates we can find at InsuranceChicken.com. That's InsuranceChicken.com.
Thank you so much for listening to the John and Heidi Show. Super excited to visit with Steve Burns. We've got a new program called, it's a documentary, a world premiere just happened, and it's called Pompeii Disaster Street. Mr. Burns, how are you?
I'm doing well. Thanks, John.
I appreciate you being on the program. Now, you've had several different programs that you've done like this that have done very, very well, but let's talk about Pompeii Disaster Street. Where did the idea come from to do this program?
Well, As you know, CuriosityStream does premium documentaries, and Pompeii is an archaeological wonder. 3 or 4 million people visit it each year. It's a Roman resort town. The rich and famous lived there, and they were inundated, buried by the eruption of a volcano in 79 A.D. So people now, only about 2/3 of it has been excavated 2 centuries ago, and people walk through the streets of this ancient Roman town and see frescoes, etc. But what's new is the first time in 70 years they've started excavating again, and we were there for the last year and a half filming every day.
Now, this is a pretty exceptional thing to be a part of, isn't it?
Oh, yes, it is. It took us 8 months to negotiate the rights to have this exclusive showing. And so we were there filming for 100 days, right as the archaeologists would dig up a skeleton or uncover a painting on a wall or a fancy mosaic. We were there to capture that emotion.
So right now, a lot of people have a little bit of time on their hands and are looking for cool things to watch. This would be a really cool thing to watch. It's on CuriosityStream.
It's been 70 years, but in 70 years since archaeology first dug there, they've been able to use lots of new tools. For example, as they dug layer by layer, they were taking laser scans of the whole place. And so the result is they texture map all these pictures on top of those laser scans, and you can see the cities, the layouts of the street, the layouts of the homes, exactly as they were when people were trapped in their houses and died almost 2,000 years ago. So that's one thing. And the other is they were able now, finally, to know the exact 24-hour period, what happened moment by moment in this 24-hour period of terror when the volcano erupted.
Pompeii Disaster Street is available to watch right now. And again, this looks like a fascinating program to me. What are you working on next? Are you back at Pompeii? Do you have another project you're working on next, sir?
Well, we not only have this big special, but we have lots of programs going right now. We have continuing coverage of the COVID-19 in our Breakthrough series. But we have big specials coming, one on the French Revolution. But I think that this is the big one on CuriosityStream. And you'll see reenactments based on new evidence. You'll get to see reenactors who show us what happened moment by moment. They had 18 hours of stones raining down on people in the streets, causing deafening sounds on the roofs, and it was building up 4 inches an hour, and unfortunately people that didn't get out early couldn't get out because carts and wagons couldn't make it over it, and it eventually became too hard to walk on, and it filled the streets and trapped people in their homes. They couldn't open their doors.
Again, that was in Pompeii almost 2,000 years ago because of Mount Vesuvius. And this is a story that we've heard of, and this is an opportunity now through the magic of this documentary to kind of go inside what happened and see the tale in a way we've never been able to see it before.
And that's exactly right. And it's a pretty remarkable film. And the man who's the head of the archaeological park, the superintendent of all the archaeology, he's a real star. Archaeology was my background in school, so it was great for me to go back and be a part of this film. But what you always want as a filmmaker is to find an archaeologist who's a star who can explain things beautifully and get dirty along with the crew doing the digging, and he's one. He's very dynamic, and the story is told through his day-by-day supervision of all this brand-new archaeology going on.
Mr. Burns, thank you very much for taking the time to chat, sir.
Yes, sir. Thank you very much.
Again, executive producer Steve Burns, 2-time Emmy Award winner, and he's got a new documentary out right now through CuriosityStream.com. We'll throw a link to it. It is called Pompeii Disaster Street. All of the information in the show notes for today at JohnandHeidiShow.com.
If you grew up in the 70s, 80s, and 90s, you should consider joining us for this amazing vacation.
My wife and I have been to this event the last 3 years, and we've had a blast.
Join us at the Sands.
Hear amazing music from Billy Idol,
Cheap Trick,
Belinda Carlisle,
Little River Band,
The Hooters,
Tesla,
Howard Jones,
and many more.
Plus, meet awesome stars from movies and TV.
It's the best week ever.
Learn more right now at thesands.rocks.
That's thesands.rocks.
Fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
Saudi Arabia imports camels from Australia. So Saudi Arabia is known for their vast expanse of desert, so it seems unbelievable.
They don't have their own camels?
Well, it seems unbelievable they would rely on Australia to supply them with animals that dominate their landscape. But Australia originally had camels imported to be used for transporting heavy loads for riding. They were let loose when their work was done, causing an unwanted spike in their population. Australians then sold the camels back to desert-based countries like Saudi Arabia, which use camels at a much higher volume than they do. So they were imported into Australia. Then they just bred and went wild and have a bunch of them, and then they're selling them back.
Huh.
Like, hey, you guys want all these extra camels we got? So
Why don't they try that in the desert?
I don't know. Maybe it's too hot there and they're not in the mood. I have no idea.
be.
Thanks for listening to today's Fun Fact.
Not all credit cards are created equally. Some cards have higher rates, some have annual fees, some are just not very good. Often people will sign up for these because that's all they qualify for. But if you've done that, it may be time to get a better credit card. Over time, your situation can change. Then you could qualify for a better credit card, one that offers you a better rate, or one that offers miles, points, cash back, or whatever is the best fit for you. Check it out for free at bettercreditcards.com. That's bettercreditcards.com.
Now, a news headline from somewhere in this world. Today, it actually is news headlines. I've got two of them, but it's the same story, just two different headlines. So the first one, Dateline Japan. Japanese Prime Minister Shinzo Abe, did I say that right?
Probably not.
Postponed the Summer Olympics for 1 year because of the corona outbreak. Second headline, Dateline Japan. The Tokyo Summer Olympics have been moved to July and August of 2021.
All right.
So it's two different stories, but same pretty much story. So we've got to wait.
Bother you?
I have to wait a whole year to avoid the Olympics now. So.
Yeah, I was going to say that does
Here's
not
the thing.
affect me at all.
For those of you who are fans of the Olympics, I'm not trying to discourage you from watching it. Watch it all you want. I'm not a sports guy at all. So I don't watch any other sport either. So don't hate me for that. I just don't like that kind of thing. But then again, I did watch Tiger King. So
yeah.
You've got plenty of room to hate me for that. Thanks for listening to A News Headline for somewhere in this world.
Drinking too much can ruin your life. Alcohol and drug issues can cause problems at work, at home, and pretty much everywhere. If substance abuse has taken over your life and you want to quit, there is help. Timeforrehab.com could be the first step in the right direction for you. Timeforrehab.com would love to help you find a new life beyond addiction. Your insurance company may even cover the cost to help make this happen. You can learn more now at timeforrehab.com. That's timeforrehab.com.
Now some weird news brought to you by WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com. State police of Ridgeway, Pennsylvania have charged a man from Dagus Mines after he allegedly broke into his parents' home while they were in Florida. So the incident happened just before 11 a.m. on March 18th. So March 18th, what day of the week would that have been? So that was a Monday. So says here, police report, 43-year-old Michael Knepp, K-N-E-P-P, was advised to stay off the property while his parents were in Florida.
March 18th was a Wednesday.
Was it? What am I looking at?
I don't know.
Oh, I'm looking at May. Okay. I turned the calendar. I'm on April now. I mean, who's looking back at March? Why did I look forward to May? Anyway, they said that he had stolen some frozen meatballs and chocolate chips while his parents were gone. Now he's facing charges for burglary, criminal trespass, theft, and receiving stolen property.
Did his parents turn
Yes.
him in?
They
turned
said,
him in
we
'cause-
don't want you coming over while we're gone. He came over. They called the police. What?
Because he had some meatballs and
Meatballs and chocolate chips. Yeah. That's why it's today's.
Good Lord.
Very so. Very weird story. That's why it's today's weird news.
John and Heidi.
Now your moment of duh, brought to you by InsuranceChicken.com. A Maryland man was arrested Friday for violating a state coronavirus order when he hosted a massive bonfire party.
Okay.
41-year-old Sean Marshall Myers busted after refusing multiple orders to disperse the crowd of 60-plus people. Sheriff's office said he was charged with failure to comply with an emergency order implemented by the governor, barring gatherings of 10 or more. Anyway, he just had a lot of friends, apparently. He said it attracted authorities when he was holding similar large gatherings, and the sheriff's office said they needed to quit doing that. He didn't. Officers arrived at the time, and he agreed to kick out his company, but he was still in a little bit of trouble for that. So, yeah, just do what you're supposed to do. We're all going to get through this together. I know it's not fun to stick around home by yourself. Listen to us. Go online. Watch some fun videos, Netflix. There's a lot of stuff you can do. Just try to comply, and we'll get through this together.
Introducing InsuranceChicken.com. Why InsuranceChicken.com? Why not? Another insurance company has a duck, one has an emu, and that other company has a lizard. So InsuranceChicken.com is no more silly than any of those. Is it time for you to cross the road for your insurance? Don't be chicken. Check out InsuranceChicken.com. We'll help you peck out the best insurance rates we can find at InsuranceChicken.com. That's InsuranceChicken.com.
Time now for fake news or Florida. What happened to my voice right there?
I have no idea.
It turned into Paul Harvey halfway. This is where I read a headline, and my beautiful bride Heidi over here has to tell me, is this a true story from the great state of Florida, or is it hashtag fake news made up to trick her and amuse me? Here we go. Fake news or Florida. Florida man was arrested 15 minutes after being released from jail for burglarizing cars in the jail's parking lot. Fake news or Florida?
I'm going to say Florida.
It is a true story. I actually remember reading that one. So, yeah, true story. That happened. Wasn't a very smart thing to do.
Oh, gosh, no.
No, don't do that. It's a bad idea. Thank you so much for listening to the John and Heidi Show. This has been Fake News or Florida.
John and Heidi.
This portion of the John and Heidi Show is brought to you by the John and Heidi Show. That sounds kind of funny, but it's true. Go to your local radio station and ask them to start carrying the John and Heidi Show. Here's the best part. They can carry the show for free. They play a couple commercials, but it doesn't cost them anything every month. So if you know a radio station that could use a little bit of help, send them our way. Send them to johnandheidishow.com. Again, johnandheidishow.com. We would love to do a radio program in your community. Then you could listen to the podcast and listen to us on the radio.
John and Heidi.
We always like to wrap things up around here with good news, and I think this is good news. Comes your way courtesy of BetterCreditCards.com. We talked about this story back when it happened. So it was like back in October, I think, of last year. A teacher who disarmed a student and hugged him will receive the Medal of Honor Citizens Award. The Medal of, let me see, how am I saying that? The Medal of Honor Citizen Honor. That seems like
That's
repetitive.
nice.
Well, it's a cool thing. Yeah, this happened, last May. Ken Lowe disarmed a student and then gave him a hug in the hallway of an Oregon high school where he coached football. And there's a video that was actually captured, like the security video. You can watch this. I've got a link to it. For his bravery and compassion, the Congressional Medal of Honor Foundation has announced he will receive the 2020 Single Act of Heroism Award.
That's nice.
Very cool. He's one of 6 citizen honorees chosen by Congressional Medal of Honor Society. Medal of Honors are awarded... I didn't say that right. Medals of Honor, there we go, are awarded to members of the U.S. military. Lowe and other citizen honorees exemplify the values embodied in the Medal of Honor: courage, sacrifice, commitment, integrity, citizenship, and patriotism.
That's awesome.
Surveillance I can't talk. Can we be done now? Surveillance footage captured Lowe as he disarmed a student with a shotgun and then handed the firearm to a nearby faculty member and gave the young man a hug. So... what a story. What a cool thing. And just an unbelievable tale. But it's a true story. And I have a link to it in the show notes for today at johnandheidishow.com. Time to say goodbye, Heidi.
Goodbye, Heidi.
Goodbye, everybody. Have a great day. Thanks for listening to The John and Heidi Show.